this is Maryanne with another episode of The Influential Nonprofit. I work with nonprofit leaders to master the art of influence so they can ask for and receive all they want, need, and deserve without feeling rejected or pushy. Who wants to feel rejected or pushy? You don't have to do that. You don't have to feel rejected or pushy. I can totally teach you how to ask for what you want without feeling weird about it. And today I'm going to teach you something very interesting because this is a little bit different episode. I want to share with you some lessons that I learned from my favorite bartender about how to be a better leader and fundraiser. And it's a really hectic time right now, and I just thought this little piece of love and inspiration would be just what you need. All right, so if you know anything about me, I like sports. I tend to sit in dark bars and watch sports. Like, here's the thing. Sports is simple. There's a winner, there's a loser. Life is complicated. Sports is a nice, easy distraction. And I like it. I like some places that are like, where it's a little bit divey. Everything's just a little bit broken, kind of like me. I just like these little spots. And my favorite little spot, one of my favorite little spots is a place that's just about a mile from my house, if even that. It's called Friendly's. And my favorite bartender, his name is Mel. And I have been watching Mel work for a long time and really observing that she has many, many gifts for this job. You may think it's a bartender. No, y'all, if you spend any time in drinking establishments, you'll know being a bartender and being a good one is a special flipping gift. Okay. And I watch her, and I would say this place is filled with what I would like to call personalities. These folks have very distinct personalities. There's big personalities. There's the quiet people. There's a lot of people who come there, and that is their main social connection. They don't have a lot of friends or family, and this is the place where they feel most at home. And a lot of that is people like Mel who work there. I mean, it is called Friendly's, right? Okay. So anyway, and this is not a sponsorship. She actually doesn't even know I'm doing this. Like, this is really, truly when I see somebody who's exceptional at what they do. And I think, what can I learn from them? What can I learn from them? And if you look at, if you open your eyes to it, there's people who are mirroring amazing things and showing you amazing things about you if you're open to receiving that feedback. So I want to share with you 3 lessons that I learned from watching Mel, my favorite bartender, do her thing. The first thing is giving grace. She gives everyone grace. She gives everyone the benefit of the doubt. There is no judgment from her. And I said, like, this place is full of personalities that would be very easy to judge. I judge them, right? I work really hard on not judging people, on being aware of the judgments that come into my head and finding a better story to tell. And so when I see somebody who treats everyone with exceptional respect, and not just a respect because they have to, a respect because they truly see them, right? This is like, I'm respecting you, but in my head, I'm like, ugh, right? I respect you because I truly respect you. And she gives everyone grace and the benefit of the doubt. If you tell her you got your drink wrong, okay, no problem. Let me make it again. Like, there's no like, no, I think I did it the right way. It's just grace. And she's not a pushover. I'm saying that right now. She's not a pushover, but she gives you the benefit of the doubt, and she trusts what you tell her and what you say. And if it's not right, she makes it right. And she doesn't fuss about it. She doesn't fuss about anybody else in the place. I watch her give grace to every single person. And this is a time of year where it can be tough to give grace. Our responsibilities at home and are ramping up with the holidays. Our responsibilities at work are wrapping up. If your fourth quarter is pretty typical, you're super busy right now. And our social life is wrapping up all at the same time. And it can be easy to start feeling that constriction and then acting that out on other people, getting mad at somebody who's taking too long in the checkout line in front of you. What are they doing? Blah, blah, blah. Getting short with the people around you, feeling a little more judgmental than you typically are. And that's because you're feeling constriction or feeling that tension, and that's what's coming out. And just being aware of it is okay. I mean, you're only human. You're going to make judgments. And I'm not saying, I don't want you to feel guilt and shame stir up more guilt and shame from the judgments. Just look at it as an observation. How can I give grace in this situation? How can I give the benefit of the doubt? How can I just release the tension in the situation and just give grace and the benefit of the doubt? If that person's late, give them grace. You know, I have people book a time with me and they may not show up. I give them grace. Oh, I can't believe they do that to me, blah, blah, blah. Or I could just give them grace. Something came up and I email them. So it's the ability to both be personal with someone and depersonalize the interaction. And that is a true gift. And especially for fundraisers who work a lot with people, you want to have a personal connection, but you also want to kind of depersonalize the interaction, which means how the interaction goes is not a reflection on you or your self-worth. Okay. It just happens. So you can be personal and stay neutral. And I watch her do this like a master. All right. The second thing is the energy. She is calm, and what she puts out is exactly what she gets back. So even if it's really hectic, even if it's super crazy, she's not rolling her eyes. She's not complaining about how busy it is. She's not complaining about how anything is done. She is just being pleasant and serving drinks. And in that sense, people are pleasant to her. So let's say the wait is a little bit long. And when she waits on someone, most people like order everything. This is a place where people order everything from the bar, even the food. So sometimes there can be a little bit of a line of people wanting to go up and order something. And people will be like, I had to wait a really long time. And she will say, yeah, she said, yeah, I'm so sorry about that. What can I get you? Not explaining it away. Oh, we're short staffed tonight or blah, blah. Yeah, I understand. I am so sorry about that. What can I get you? Like getting right to it, acknowledging them, but getting right to it. And it's the ability to manage your energy in difficult, critical, hectic situations. I'm going to tell you, this has changed my life so much. My family went through something really, really stressful this year. I can't talk about it yet because there's some legal stuff happening, and I know I'm being very obtuse, and I'm sorry for that. And also, like, I will share one day. But I was going into a very tense and critical situation where, it was in a court setting, and those are always stressful, right? And my ability to sit in that courtroom and see every single person in that room for the full breadth of their humanity, to not demonize the judge or the prosecutor or the defense or the witnesses, to see everyone as a fully formed human being, to also see myself that way, and to give everyone grace. It helped me manage my energy, and really, whether anyone else felt it or not, I felt it, and I knew the kind of presence that I had. And I'm like, if I am able to manage my energy in this situation, I feel like I can do it anywhere. But it comes with practice, and it comes with really understanding, like, what you put out is what you get back. And when you're calm, when you give people grace, when you give people ease, that's what you get back. And it's such a better way to navigate the world then, somebody's taking too long in front of you in line, and you're just tapping your foot and rolling your eyes, blah, blah, blah. It's so easy to slip into that. And then the more you do it, the more easier it comes to you. When I'm in line at the convenience store trying to get my sip and save from Circle K in the morning, there's somebody in front of me, like, just breathe. It's all right. It's okay. I'm going to get to wherever I need to today. And, I'm just going to give these people some grace and ease, because that person is not feeling that, and they probably need that. And I really watch this person, no matter what the setting is, to move with calmness. She's not a pushover, but just be calm and be centered, and understand that the kindness that she gives to people will come back to her. And the third thing is she's a listener. And most bartenders are pretty good listeners, just by trade. I think they're all de facto therapists, but she is a really, really good listener. And what makes her a good listener, and several bartenders I know, by the way, is something that I teach and practice and train people to do a lot, which is to not solve other people's problems. Don't give advice. People don't want advice. They want empathy. They want understanding. They want to feel seen and heard. And this person is a master of having people feel seen and heard. If there's a problem with something, she doesn't argue it. She sees you and hears you and fixes it. There's no fuss. There's no nothing. No problem. I got you. Um, we spend a lot of time, energy, focus wanting to solve other people's stuff. And isn't it good to know you don't have to? All you have to do is be be empathetic and understanding. I'm so sorry you're going through that. That sounds like a rough time. Or, oh my gosh, isn't that so good for you? I'm so excited for you. That is fabulous. And damn it, she means it. She means it. And I just watch her really connect with people. She doesn't give advice. She doesn't solve problems. She just listens. And a lot of times I meet people and I talk with people and I train them. They say, if you're a nonprofit CEO, people come to me with all their stuff. They're dumping their little problems on me. The spats and the miscommunications, they all come through me. And then I feel like I have to go and solve them. I have to go fix it. So I spend my whole day fixing stuff and having cleanup conversations instead of actually getting stuff done. And that's probably because you're trying to solve people's stuff. It can just be a habit you get into because you want to be helpful, because you want to be a good leader. And you're like, okay, well, that means helping people solve their stuff. What you can do is help people feel seen, heard, and understood, and then ask them the questions that then lead them to their own conclusions. Because when you fix stuff for people or you give them advice, first of all, advice is a conversation killer. It just stops it. If I say, I'm feeling so down, you're like, well, you just got back from vacation. What do you need to feel down about? Well, does that make me feel seen and heard? No, we tend to dismiss other people's problems or sort of rate them on a scale of comparative to our problems or the problems of the world. Oh, I'm not going to get my bonus this year. Well, at least you have a job. Um, okay, okay. But the more that you can feel seen, help people feel seen, heard, and understood. I'm not going to get my bonus this year. Oh gosh, that must be awful. I know how much you count on that. No, what are you going to do? That is a whole different conversation. Now you've opened up the door for some dialogue, and you're going to help that person solve that problem without you solving it for them. Because most people don't want their problem solved, yet we're always trying to solve other people's problems. So you don't have to be like Mel. People just want to be seen, heard, understood. And once they feel understood, they know what to do. I feel like people know what to do. It's just they just want somebody to understand and connect with. So that's why Melanie, the best bartender, that's what you can learn from being a better leader and fundraiser and influencer this time of year is give grace, manage your energy. What you put out is what you get back. Be really conscious of what you're putting out so that you can get what you want back. And just listen to empathize and understand. People want to be seen, heard, and understood. They can solve their own stuff. They just want you to know that somebody's by their side while they're doing it. Okay, that's it for me in this episode of The Influential Nonprofit. I will see you next time. Oh, and one more thing, if you haven't yet, go to theinfluentialnonprofit.com and you can download your influence starter kit. I have a bunch of cool tools in there for communicating more effectively, and a really cool ebook called Stop Sitting Back and Start Making Change around a lot of these principles that I teach and coach people on. So go get all that cool stuff, and I'll see you next week on The Influential Nonprofit.